Views expressed here are not supported by and do not reflect those of the Evening Rush Network. Viewers' discretion is advised.
This is Relationship-ish, where we talk about the cornerstone of every relationship. Connections. 9 p.m.
We're live.
Marriage. Sex.
And we're having a great time already.
Yourself. Your family. Divorce. Your ex. Your co-workers. Your friends. Your situation. Your lover. Your mother. You name it. Connections. And we always have a great time.
Of course you had to mess
With your
it up, right?
hosts, V and Cash.
You're now listening to the evening.
Hello. It's Thursday night. You know what time it is. It's time for Relationship-ish. I'm your host, Cash.
And I'm V, and we have a
this is
special, I was going to say we have a special guest today on
Relationship-ish.
Relationship-ish.
We
Shay.
thank you. Welcome, Shay.
Thank you, ladies.
Yeah. Pew, 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 pew. You know that's my sound effect, right? Right. So thank you for joining us. Stream this, share it, follow us. We're on Facebook, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Spotify, Apple Music. We're everywhere. So like it, share it, love it. Tell your friend, tell your cousin, tell your boy. Because we got 3 fine ladies today. I'm just saying. Hey. You know I'm crazy, right?
Yes.
And if you have any comments for us, I'm not getting married. But if these two might get married, I don't know. If you have anything, you can call in 929-282-0266. That sounds like sex. But anyway, it's Pride Month. How we doing, V?
I'm doing good. I got my hair did today, girls. Look, let me say. I'm happy.
Get it, boom. Get it.
Yeah,
I'm
I
feeling
slept
happy
today. Yeah. We always have a good time. We're talking about connections because that is the cornerstone of every relationship. Connection.
Yep.
So we're connecting today. So if you had to delete all your apps off your phone, right?
Mhm.
And you can only keep 3. And we're talking about how your week is going through these 3 apps. What 3 apps would you have and keep on your phone to describe your week? I'm going to start with V.
Me? Wait, I just want to say, hey, my truth, how are you? I'm going to say I would definitely keep WhatsApp because I talk to my family in Europe through WhatsApp and we send videos and we chat. So I have to have WhatsApp. Then, when I'm feeling this week, Amazon was my best friend. I was just like, order, make myself feel better when I buy something. So I need Amazon app. I need WhatsApp. And then I need, this is a silly one, but I need CapCut because I do too many videos and I need to just go CapCut, put the video in there and it cuts it and I'm good to go. So those are my 3. So that's I would need this week. How about you, Shay? What you need?
I'm definitely keeping Amazon because, like you said, it's a lifesaver. Like, whew, I need my Amazon app.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep my email app because I need to, this business, make money. And then also the money. Like, I need my banking app. I need to follow my money. I need to check on it. I need to see it. I need to know what's going on with it. So
see, that's people who have money. People who have money can keep their banking app. I don't need my banking app because I don't have money. So. Go. I don't need my banking app because I don't need to know how much money I don't have.
Right. You don't need to know the check didn't come or it didn't clear.
Just saying. That's for people who have money.
Okay, Cash.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did you do all 3?
Yeah, I did 3.
You did Amazon,
my banking app, and email. I need my email
yeah.
and banking.
Email. Who the hell needs email? Girl, if
yeah,
you
I don't
look at
look
my
at my
email app.
enough.
I have about 3K messages not read.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't email me. Don't email me.
My email.
I don't know. How about you, Cash? What you got?
Well, I need Amazon for a different reason. I need to shop because everything is bought through Amazon. Even my deodorant. My deodorant comes on a regular basis. Okay. Cha-ching, cha-ching. So I need my Amazon out because I just buy the stupidest things. But I love my Amazon. But I also need TV because I'm addicted to TV. So
TV.
Crazy
You have a TV
Eyes.
app?
Yeah,
You have a TV? Oh,
the Prime
okay. 'Cause I don't have that on my phone.
Girl,
You
know
have
I
that,
do.
Shay?
And
Prime TV.
You have that on your phone, Shay?
I have that app, but I'm never on it.
I
Hardly.
don't have that. I don't have that
well,
app.
let me
I'm like,
boohoo to you because I need my Amazon. I need to watch TV. I'm addicted. I watch TV in the morning. Like before I get up, I need to watch my news or watch TV at night, fall asleep. I watch TV during my lunch break.
On the TV, not on my phone. But I guess if you,
TV's just not on your phone anymore. So, and I need
it would be too small. No,
my screen is fine.
Okay.
And I also I'm kind of cheating because I also use it to listen to music. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's all and I need music to live because music's how I get pumped up, calm down. So I need that. I need Grubhub because I'm fat lately, and I just be ordering because I'm just fat. I think I maybe I don't know. I say like an app to communicate, like text, but I don't like texting people. So I just need my phone. I don't really need an app because if you don't call me, don't talk to me. I'm not really a texter. I want to text you back, but then I forget, and then I remember like 2 weeks later, and I'm like, oh crap, because I looked at it, but I just didn't write back. So I don't really think I need a texting app because that's just, so I think that's it. I just need 2 apps, my Amazon.
What about
my Grubhub?
And your TV.
Oh, and the TV. Okay. That's my
I'm like this. Girl, you said you need a TV.
Oh, wait. And I got this new app now that, I can only have 3. Never mind.
What was the new one though? Now I want to know what it was.
No. I'm good. I think I need Waze though. Because I speed everywhere. I speed everywhere. So I think I need to keep the Waze. So maybe I'll give up the texting app and put Waze on because I need to know where the cops are. Allegedly, because I don't speed, but the people I'm with speed. I would always follow the law.
I'm okay with swapping out the email for the Waze. You're right. That's Waze is a clutch. Like you need that. Definitely need that.
Oh, Sean says he needs his Waze, his TV app, and Instagram. We know V loves Instagram.
I don't want to talk about Instagram.
It hurts her feelings. It hurts mine too, but I just keep on trying.
The only reason I'm trying is because of Facebook. So I'm like, I put stuff on Instagram because when I put it on Facebook, you can just go straight to Instagram. But I'm done with Instagram.
No, she's not Instagram. You just need to show her love. You need to show her love. Can you like tap on Instagram?
No, you can't.
It's interesting because I hate Facebook. I can't do Facebook.
Yeah, but
we love Facebook.
We love Facebook, but you know what, Facebook? Let me just tell you something. I'm not going to say it because it's just not nice. If you can't say something nice, Instagram. You know what? The problem with Instagram for me is I can't understand that I put a lot of content out, right? On Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok. And the only place that I'm not rewarded for my efforts is Instagram.
It's how
can I have all these followers in this, and this, and an Instagram. I'm serious. I have like 200 followers. I'm like, what the heck is that? And I'm crazy putting out content. I'm like, what are they doing? So what they want you to do is follow and then follow back. And I'm not doing that. So I'm following you just so you can follow me, but I really don't like your content. I haven't done that with anybody. So if I like you, I follow you. If you're a friend of mine on Facebook, then I follow you because you're my friend.
She would follow you. She would.
I am following. I'm following, but I'm not following.
Follow. We're with it.
I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't ask you to lie. I said you're with it.
Cash follows. Oh yeah, Cash is with it. Cash is with that. She's a follow for follow. You
follow for follow.
But you're a follow for follow? Wow.
Do you follow for follow, Brooke?
No, I do not.
She's like, no.
No. Did you say
no?
No.
Not at all.
Yeah, but I'm trying. Cash is trying to sway me to Instagram, and I'm trying to keep the faith. It's just
we're gonna make it. You gonna see. We gonna make it.
I already made it. Instagram like, just has to catch up. I'm just saying. I made it already.
Okay.
Instagram.
Right, Instagram. Let's go. Get together. Because mother is doing it everywhere else.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's so nerve-wracking. But anyway, so
do you know what today is?
No,
I know you don't know. I know you don't know. Today is National Sewing Machine Day.
Woo!
And let's think about it. It's Pride Month. And how do we have couture without the sewing machine at home, right? So think about all the unsung heroes, the wheel, the telephone,
the flag,
the flag, Betsy Raw, whatever her name is. I'm not humanities. Have you been to a fabric store lately? Let's get our couture on. Maybe you could be the next Louis Vuitton.
You go.
No, I can't because I have no creativity. But I'm saying if you do, get it on because it also connects us to our heritage, right? Because if you think about way back when, and people didn't have clothes. Your mom made your clothes. Your grandmother made your clothes. You passed it on to your cousin. You have your quilt coming down generation after generation. I mean, they did it. It wasn't going to the store. It was, give me those clothes so I can patch it in to this right here. So heads up for the sewing machine, National Sewing Machine Day. And if you haven't reached out, be like, Mom, remember that quilt that we had? Let's get it. Let's go. Unless you made, and this is a shade, I'm throwing shade. If you made clothes for your Cabbage Patch, for your son and your daughter, maybe we don't need to bring it up. Shade. All right. So
did you make? I know I didn't make clothes for my daughter.
I didn't either.
But I know how to sew because my father used to be a tailor, and my sister and I had to go to. I know you didn't know this. We had to go to sewing school. We went to Singer to learn how to sew. So both of us know how to sew, and we both have our own sewing machines. That was important to my father. So yes, I do know how to sew.
But I bet they didn't know her father is a tailor. He was an apprentice to do tailoring. So
right. So
yeah, I can't sew.
I can't.
I have a sewing machine. I have two sewing machines. I have my grandmother's sewing machine and I have my mother's sewing machine. I can't sew.
Okay.
I can't sew. And your mother ever gets you down so you have to put that thread through that needle hole. And then wait a second. Did anybody ever get their fingers stuck in the sewing machine because they were bad? I was a badass and I got my fingers stuck. It went straight down. What?
Straight through the sewing machine. It was right there, and I called because I couldn't get it out because it went down. So yep.
Oh, you too?
Yep.
Right. See, I was a badass. That's why it happened to me. My mother said, "Don't play with this sewing machine while I'm gone," and I went straight and went. I was like, and I couldn't scream though because then I would have got beat.
So you just took it out yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, you are bad.
You know my mother.
I was screaming. My father was just so happy that I was interested in sewing. He didn't care. He's like, okay, we're gonna take care of it. Don't be scared of the sewing machine now. Blah blah blah. He was just he was like, oh, she likes
a teachable
to sew.
moment.
Yeah, so he was taking it as, we're gonna fix this, and you can't be scared. I'll show you.
Cash was
So
bad.
yeah,
That was a bad. I'm gonna tell you.
Bad.
I wanted to know
she
how
was
it
just
worked.
bad.
Juice is bad.
Her mama said, "Don't play with it." That's probably because her mama said, "Don't play with it." Then she had to play with it.
Mhm.
So you sew, Shay?
So I grew up learning how to sew. Yes, I do still know how to sew. I do not have my own sewing machine, but we definitely had one in the house growing up. I definitely had some outfits made. Definitely. And whatever play I was in, my grandma was on my costumes. Like they were fire. So yep.
Oh, she was you saw her that they were fire.
Fire.
Yeah, that's it.
I wish I was crafty, but I'm not.
I think you're more crafty than you know.
I think I'm more crafty with like construction stuff. Like if you have a hole in the wall, I can make sure it disappears.
Or she can take an hour to make a circle, measuring. we were doing scenery, and they were downstairs, and they had to make.
Anyway, so this has nothing to do about National Sewing Day.
Okay, I'm not going to digress. Let's stay on topic.
What's
and
the
we've
word
been
of the
followers.
day? Oh, what's the word of the day?
Acrimonious.
Yeah, I'm feeling acrimonious towards your stories right now.
Yes.
Acrimonious.
I don't know what acrimonious means. What does that mean?
Well, it's usually a conversation that is like bitter or salty. Like I was acrimonious with my boss when I didn't get the raise. It was an acrimonious conversation because I was mad, upset, bitter, right? If I didn't get the raise. And
sometimes when I talk to V, I feel like I'm gonna be acrimonious to her on the phone.
You are. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I'm having such a good time. Okay, I'm sorry.
Only reason I know this word seriously, Shay, is from Taraji when she was playing in Acrimony. I was like, you know, Taraji, if we're out there, we can't be together. I'm just gonna let you know. I want to, but I can't. She didn't reject me. She did not reject me yet. So she don't even know I'm here. Anyway, Taraji and Acrimony. She might
and yes, we're not, so we're talking about Taraji. Yes. So that's the word. Do you remember last week's word?
Rapacious.
Yeah, okay. All right.
I have a rapacious. I'm rapacious about fried food. I don't know. I mean, it means like you're hungry. You're lusting after it. Greedy.
Greedy.
Okay.
So I said when I went Don said he was rapacious when it came to sex.
Oh,
that's what Don said last week. So that'll help you remember rapacious. Don was like, "Yeah, I'm rapacious when it comes to sex." I'm like, "Really? Okay, that's where we going."
What you rapacious about, Shay?
Well, I am food. Food. I'm a foodie. I can look at just meals, videos of food, cooking, restaurants, like just pictures of it. Just looking at food.
That's so cool. I'm like, what? I'm not expecting that from Shay. I'm like, what?
I didn't expect that either. I'm like, what?
I'm like, really? Okay.
Like all my Instagram stories is just me posting food while being out at restaurants. Like it's food. Just love looking at food. So yes, I'm
stop telling his secrets.
Okay, you said it. So
all right. So has you pausing today, V?
Has me pausing today. I'm actually I was driving in my car and I heard that the Supreme Court has not let the bill pass where has not let the
legislation
go. They wanted to try and stop the abortion pill. So now we have states that not allowing you to have the abortion because we said that you don't have to have it in your state. They said no, every state has to have the abortion pill. So we're not doing that. So I was like, oh, they are listening a little bit, because now you might not be able to have the abortion in your state, but you can go and get the abortion pill in your state. It's not illegal. You don't have to go to another state. And they passed that today. So I was like, we got to let everybody know, because I think that's important.
That's important.
You know?
No, that's interesting. I wonder what made them, because it seems like they keep on going further and further away from what we've had to the left. So what I wonder what made them stop and be like, it's a pill. It could be available everywhere. Because now, I mean, little girls who are not of color can stop their generating and procreating. So how do they feel about that? What made them say this is enough?
I don't know. I'm hoping that our voices made them say this is enough and we have a right to choose our own path. I'm hoping that they were like, well, because somebody had to think because they changed, they didn't have to say yes to that. They could have just said, right. And they did. They were like, no, we're gonna allow it. So we're not gonna squash that. So I was just happy because I didn't think that. I was like, oh no, now what? And so I was like, okay. What do you think?
Alone.
Why?
It's their body. I have no idea why. What do you think, Shay? Because that made me pause and be like, I just knew if it went to the Supreme Court in my head, since they've been like doing away with this, affirmative action, like doing away with colleges can't leave, have spots left for the BIPOC people. I thought it would just be another, it's going to pass.
Me too.
I think it was based on, if you think about it, like money, right? Pharmaceutical companies are making money off of it. These politicians, it's the money.
I did not even think about that, but Shay, girl, you are right.
They don't care about our voices. They don't care.
It is the money.
It's the money.
It's the money. And
see, that's why Shay is looking at her bank account every day. And I'm just like,
and I'm looking at WhatsApp. I'm looking at WhatsApp. I'm like, what? There's a problem. I'm on WhatsApp. She's on her bank app going,
cha-ching, girl.
Yeah. But it's true, Shay. I think you have hit the nail on the head. We should get a, where's that thing?
Right.
Yeah, because I think you really hit the nail on the head. It's about the money, and it's about the pharmaceuticals, and it's about the money that's going to be lost if they get rid of that pill. And they don't want that.
That is
I want to say they care about us, but they don't.
They don't.
Because I'm like thinking, I'm like they keep further going. And I'm like, I don't think they hear no voices. They hear the voices in their head, but
they really don't. But I want to believe. I want to believe in fairy tales. Let's place that. We know they're not true, but I want to believe it.
I mean, I got a lot to say, but I know they're not listening.
No, they're not. But thank goodness for the pharmaceutical companies that for this, because it's a money making thing. They definitely spoke and said, "Listen, this is going to be a problem." So they listened to them. They might not have listened to us, but they listened to them. And now at least some girls who have, because, let's face it, there's some girls who have been raped and they can't have abortion in some states. And that's crazy to me. So at least now we have the pill, and might not be what
I wonder what their next step is going to be. I don't know what this is. Can a psychologist or psychiatrist come online? Because I swear to God, there are pins all over her house. I try to throw them away when I go there, but all of a sudden, and every time we're online, I swear, I went to her house the other day. There were like 3 pins there. I slid them. If you look by the printer, there are pins over there. I hit them because
I saw them. This is one of them.
I don't know what that is.
I don't. Sort of like I'm writing my notes, and when I finish writing the notes, and then I start doing this. You're right. Yeah, when I finish writing what I'm writing, and then I'm like, but I'm trying. You're right. Just keep reminding me. I will try to curtail. Curtail.
All right, baby. Well, that's an interesting thing that made us pause.
Yes, that definitely made me pause.
So follow us, share, love it, tell a friend, and we're going to go on commercial break in a second. And when we come back, what are we talking about, V?
I don't know.
I'm coming out.
Yes.
I want the world to
We're going to talk about coming out with your families or friends.
I guess. Are some of your family your friends?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Commercial.
All right. After this commercial break, we'll be back.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Chrissy, here to let you know that the Evening Rush Network now has an app. Yes, an app, you guys. So you can stay connected on the go and watch all your favorite podcast shows. You can download the app at Google Play Store or Apple iTunes. So spread the word. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Also, if you're looking to start a podcast and really don't know how, well, hit us up at the Evening Rush Network at gmail.com and inquire about time slots, pricings, and everything you may need to get started. We got you. Join the winning team, the Evening Rush Network. And also, download that app. What are you waiting for? Get to it.
The Evening Rush Entertainment presents the Still in Love Tour, featuring Niquasia and Essence Official,
I'm gonna take my time with you, and what you like's what I'm gonna
Jay Relentless,
You holding me close, telling me don't let go. Is this life or am I dreaming?
with special guests Brianna, Zai Hefner,
I'm feeling for your love and attention. We can fuck around or be best friends. My heart got broken, my listen. What am I?
Sideja, hosted by Ms. Brady Baby. Come out and enjoy amazing night of R&B.
You're now listening to the
Welcome back. Please like, share, follow the Evening Rush Network and Relationship Ish. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And now we're going to talk about coming out, to your friends and family, and how for me, I didn't have to come out, but I do have a daughter who came out, so I can speak on that part. But how about you guys? What you got?
Well, I mean, coming out is a difficult story. And I mean, for me, it could be happy, it could be sad. And so, I don't know, we just need to, like, if you're out there and you're listening and you haven't, It's just something, we have some ways that you can talk about it, 6 different ways that you can talk about it with your family. And it could be a difficult conversation at points in times. So, Shay, what are you thinking for our 6 points?
I definitely think it could be a difficult conversation, but I definitely think it's something you have to do on your own time. Nobody can force you out. Nobody can force you to have that conversation. You got to be willing and ready.
Right.
I got the world to know.
Yes. So what do you have? Do you have some tips for us?
My sound just went away. Am I back?
You're back.
All
You're
right.
back.
I hear you.
So, number 1, play out the conversation in your head. Like when you're thinking about it, so when you're preparing to come out, play the conversation in your head. What is it gonna sound like? Like when you say one thing, what do you think someone's gonna say back to you? Your mom, your dad, your aunt, your grandmother. What do you think they're gonna say back to you? Like something crazy? Like think about the craziest thing that you can expect in, like, are you sure? Is this just a phase? Like, what are you feeling? I don't think that's true. Maybe later on you'll find something different. So just play out the conversation so you can anticipate some of the questions, some of the asks, some of the comments. Davina Kotulski, PhD, says, like she's a personal coach. Anticipate what they might say so you can answer with your truth.
Right.
So, Che, what are you thinking about this advice? Play out the conversation in your head.
I definitely think, like, especially if it comes to your family, you know them, they know you. So having that already good established relationship will help you kind of play out already their response, right? Good, bad, indifferent. You're preparing yourself for it.
Yes. Yeah. Well, for me, if there's any, this is what I do all the time. If there's any serious conversation that I have to have with my mate, with my kids, I always play it out in my head because I feel like I'm more prepared for. It's like studying for a test in school. Like you don't know what the question is going to be, but you think so you study the best you can. That's what I do with all serious conversations before I So I think that's the best thing to do is to play it out in your head. Think about what you want to say before you say it, and and I think there's all different ways, but I think that's definitely a good thing to do. So what's number 2? I don't know. We lost Cash.
Find an ally.
Yes.
So that's important. Sometimes you need to have that friend there or that ally there that's going to support you and help you in nervous situations.
Yes. Did you have an ally did you talk to somebody before you talked to your family, or you didn't talk to your family, or what did you do with that? Did you have a best friend or auntie or somebody?
Definitely having a conversation with friends. I think your friends know first, of course. Having conversations with your friends versus it's a comfortability level of, okay, I'm going to come out to my family either way, and either we going to rock or we going to roll, right? So,
yes.
You still got a support system somewhere else.
Right. Because I feel like if you're going to tell, my daughter said, if you're going to tell, you need to know where you're going to go if they don't like it and it turns into a bad thing and you got to go somewhere tonight. They're like, you
have somewhere to go.
In my house, it was easy for her. She said it wasn't, I kind of sensed it. I was just waiting for her to say it. So it wasn't like, oh my God. I'm like, okay. She was scared and she was shocked that it was okay. She was like, because she had, I guess in her head, thought that I was going to say something that I didn't say. I'm like, all right, that's all right. And so we talked about it, but she's like, she was so nervous. I'm like, you need to calm down. She thought she calm me down. I'm like,
relax. It's okay. Relax. It's all right. It's all right. So. I agree. I honestly believe moms know first as well. Like they just be waiting on you to say something. I agree. I definitely agree with that statement.
Sure. So, and also, I was really lucky we didn't have any brothers, but I was a theater major, and I had a lot of, at the time, friends who were gay. And so some of them got kicked out of their house, and my mom invited them to stay with us while they were looking. And it was a time, because I'm older, so it's a time when people were not accepting people, so they were throwing you out of the house, like,
Right.
okay, so you're not my son anymore, you know what I mean? But I grew up with my mom saying, well, if he doesn't have a place to stay, let him stay here, you know what I mean? So I feel like that's how I grew up. So
Right.
then for me, it was not such a big deal, because they were my friends and they were in the theater, and I grew up with dancers and theater majors, and there's plenty of them, and my parents accepted them, you know what I mean? So then
Right.
it was easy for me. I didn't have that same judgment growing up. I think it's different if you, depending on where you live, where you grew up, there's more judgment, you know what I mean? If you
Right.
grow up in the arts with a bunch of dancers and singers and actors, there's going to be some people who are, identifying differently than you. So I feel like it's different if you're not close to those people. Hey, we lost you, girl.
No, I just stepped away for a second. I'm always around.
I definitely think your upbringing helped you, like, as you became an adult, to be an ally.
Yes.
Throughout that process, definitely.
Yes, definitely my mother. My mother was the yes. I agree that, and so it definitely made it easier, because my ex-husband definitely did not grow up like that, so it was a little bit more difficult for him to accept it. But I was there, so she wasn't alone, and I'm like, okay, you need to get over it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So so yes, that made a difference. So,
okay. Did you have
how about
an ally?
you, Cash? Did you have any allies
when I first came? I'm gonna say no. Most people, when I first came out, I tried to have allies, and I shouldn't say no. My friend, I should say my friends. I had a lot of friends who was my ally. Like my best friend that lived across the street, Ronnie. She was definitely like, "Who cares, bitch? Like." Girls, boys, let's just like, why are we even talking about this? Let's just go on to the next topic. It was like, I knew you was something doing what you were doing. Like, so
Right.
Yeah.
It was easy in that sense. But I fastly knew who were my friends when they found out, and who was not my friend. Like it bothered them. They're like, okay, like don't talk about whoever, like don't talk about that. Like keep that to yourself. Like it's okay that you do that, but keep that to yourself.
Really?
And yeah, and people that I used to hang out with, we were close in high school, and we'd ride the bus every day. We talk about everything. And it was like, when she found out, it was like, why would you even tell me that? Like, keep that nasty to yourself. And I was like,
wow. I'm
but
so
not
sorry.
you per se, but when you see that, I'm just like, oh, okay. So I really had to come to terms whether or not that you were my friend. And I really had people who were ride or die, and they still ride or die, and I'm just like, all right, let's do this damn thing. Like it didn't change when I said whatever, it was like, oh. And then other people was like, well, I always knew, but for the wrong reason. Like they're like, I always knew because you had short hair. What does my hair got to do with anything about who I'm going to bed with? But anyway, I identify as bisexual. So it's like when I was dating guys, it was like, oh, okay. Well, dating girls, it was like, why are you doing that? But, I have friends that went to the gay club with me all the time because, that music be pumping. So that was find out. Oh, whoop. Oh, Ronnie chimed in, and that's my girl right there, ride or die. Whoop, whoop.
Ronnie.
It's her birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday,
Happy
Ronnie.
birthday.
Happy birthday, Ronnie.
Yeah, so Yeah, finding an ally. Pew 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 pew.
Yeah.
You know, but that did
Yes,
help
we will
knowing that
all
I
follow.
did have
I'm
people.
already following you, but we will. Everybody follow Ronnie.
We don't want to follow her. We don't know what she be doing on her Instagram. No.
Right, Ronnie, are you follow for follow?
She's funny. Follow me. Okay, we following you.
Oh, God. So
Oh, my
number
Lord.
3, choose a time and place to set up your discussion so you feel safe and less vulnerable. Like, what? Follow me. Never mind. So I don't get that. What was I saying? Choose a time and place to tell them. Like, think about if it's a heated argument already, don't be like, and I'm gay, so what? Or, you know, and I like girls. You don't want me to go to the movies with Tom, but I'm gay. Like, ma'am,
Yeah, no.
you need to sit your ass down.
I also don't think like a holiday dinner is the time. Like,
or right before the holiday.
or right
Like
before
people
the
are on the
holiday,
way
like,
to the house, like before Nana comes. Let me tell you.
and you want to drop the right. I want to drop this bomb on you real quick.
Like,
Right. Wait, before your mother-in-law gets here, let me tell you something. You don't want to do that.
You know what? Some people might want to do that because they feel like then you can't get mad. Like, let me tell
Right, you gotta hold it in.
Because maybe they think you're going to get mad, so they choose that time. Because my son will always like to tell me something when people are on their way over, but it didn't work. And as soon as I open the door, let me tell you something. What, Tiffany, or Cash, or Lydia, whatever. Let me tell you something. And then, why are you telling her? Or why are you telling him? Well, you shouldn't have told me. And then the other one, really? You did that? I'm like, yeah, no, it's not going to work for me. I'm not going to keep my mouth shut because such coming. Now they're going to know your business. That's how we going to roll with that. But
and my mom would always have to tell everybody in their everybody, my aunts, who tell the uncle, who tell the grandma. I'm like, Mom, do you have to tell? Yes, if you're gonna do it, then I'm gonna tell people. But yeah, but you know what? I didn't get to choose the time or place. I did not get to. Let me just tell you.
Oh yes, because she got. Go ahead, tell them.
I did not get to choose the time or place. I was studying my chemistry over my friend's house, aka Rashima, and her mom was like, "You can't come back." Girl, she's saved now. No, you're not. You were up in there, Rashima Graham, with me.
Oh, she
in. Yes, you were. That's right. Calling you out because now it's like that was a phase in my life. I don't even talk about that. Like, no.
But maybe it was a phase.
I don't care. I'm outing you. Anyway,
I'm not doing that.
No, it's because there's a whole that person. See, Ronnie knows this person did a lot of to me.
Yes,
so.
but that's we.
I don't care. Anyway, so I was
evidently
studying.
You see that you don't care.
That's right.
But anyway, I was studying your chemistry.
That's not even her name anymore, so it's okay. But I was studying, and her mother was like, "You can't come over here and study anymore because I don't know what you're doing." People thought we were doing drugs. They thought we were smoking weed or doing some type of drugs. I was like, I don't drink and I don't smoke. They're like, y'all doing drugs? Stop doing drugs. And then my father came over because he saw where my car was parked and was like, I know she's here. And I was like, no, I'm not. I was hiding in the closet, literally. And then she came upstairs and my father was like, get your ass out here. And I was like, yeah, he's like, why are you here? I was like, I don't know. I'm going home now. Okay, bye. And she's like, we love each other.
Oh my goodness.
My gosh.
What is wrong with you? Why did she do that?
No. Girl, I was like this. I was like, what? Everybody turned around was like, what? I was like, what? We were like, I love her and you can't stop us. I was like, oh, okay. Dad, so let's go. And my father was like, what is she saying? I was like, I I don't know, but she's like, you know, we love each other.
Oh my God.
And then her father started to choke her out. And I was like, oh my God. I started getting nervous. I was crying because I had to like stop her father from trying to kill her and choke her out. And then my father was like, leave that alone. That's none of your business.
That's not your business. That is not your business.
Oh my God.
I'm like, Daddy, he's
Get
going to
yourself in this car. It's not
He's
your
like,
business.
get your ass in the car. Let's go. I'm like,
Exactly.
and I had to
Girl,
go
you
because
lucky you alive.
I had to
I know
go.
your,
But
I
then
know
my
your daddy.
father,
You lucky you alive.
That's not your business. You just be an ally after the choke out. That's all. Give
Yeah.
well, my father literally took me down the stairs by my neck because my father's hands are big. He was like, let's go, and took me down the stairs and was like, let's go. I was just like,
Oh my God.
so I couldn't. I didn't choose
You
my
didn't choose.
time or my place.
But
because
then you
my
had a
father-
conversation with
Yeah,
your
that was
father before your
crazy.
mother. Did you have
My,
a,
my father, he was like, I knew because you know you're with such and such, and y'all have this relationship, and it didn't seem, but this, and I'm like, I was still like, I don't know what she's talking about. He's like,
your mother did
I was
not
like,
believe that lie?
I don't know what
She
she's
loved me because I
talking about.
memorized the periodic table. Like I have no clue what she's talking about. I just know my elements. That's it. That's it.
I've been studying.
And I went to an all-girls school, so you know that was not Catholic all-girls school. Like, our Father who art in heaven. Like, nah. Yeah. It was horrible. It was horrible. And then my mom, because my father told my mom, of course, because they weren't together, but that's all I gotta say. I didn't choose the time.
It ended well at the end, but it took a while to get to the end.
What, girl? My mother had an exorcism. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. It was like after she found out, 2 days later, I come home. Pastor Shaw is sitting in my living room, and I'm like, "Hi, Pastor Shaw." Okay. And he's like, "Well, we need to talk about things," and I'm like, "Okay." Like I'm me thinking, my mother. I know my mother didn't tell nobody. Like she told Pastor Shaw. Pastor Shaw sat down with me and was like. You know, there's good and evil and da-da-da, and proceeded to put the holy water on me and pray over me. And
Holy water.
Girl, my mother tried to have an exorcism to exorcise that lesbian part out of me. You don't like girls no more. You have been delivered.
How'd that work?
I'm married now to a female, so it didn't work really well.
Oh my God.
Yeah, my mother tried to have an exorcism with Pastor Shaw in my house.
Well, they didn't take it well.
She definitely didn't take it well. Like exorcism? No, that's crazy.
No, I said, did your family take it
well?
well?
Mine's.
Yes, the holy water.
No, my mom did not. It was one of those things. Okay, you're not ready. Okay, I'll circle back. Let me know when you're ready. We can have the conversation when you're ready, I guess. My dad, it wasn't even a conversation. He's like, "Do what you do. I don't care. I don't care. You're successful. You finish. I don't care. I do not care.
Right.
I love you regardless. Do what you do, as long as you're happy." Right. But it was my mom that struggled with it. Surprisingly, yeah, she struggled with it. So.
Did you choose your time and place where you told her?
I did. That's why I said, okay, you're not ready. Okay, well, we can end the conversation and we'll circle back. Like, let me know when you're ready. You got yourself together. Because I'm not going to do this. I'm not doing this back and forth. We're not going to be yelling and screaming and stuff. You know, I love you. But you know I'm not doing this. So I'll come back. We can circle back. You want to go to shopping or no? We going to Walmart? Where we going? You want to go to Target? Like we could just change the topic. So she was okay with changing the topic. we kept our day moving. And when she finally was ready, she brought it up and it was like, oh, okay, you're ready. Let's talk about it. So we talked about it and she was just like, okay.
How old were you?
I was in my 20s. So I was an adult. Yeah, I was an adult. Yeah. So it was okay. Look, it was okay. And
Cash was in high school. My daughter was in high school.
Yeah, it was all right. I think the more shocking part is I was coming out of my first marriage. So she's just what do you mean? What?
Oh,
what do you mean?
So you were
like,
already...
okay, you got a grandbaby. Leave me alone. Like I did my part. Leave me alone now. But yeah, it was rough at first. But she eventually came and got rest her soul. She eventually came around and she didn't care. And everybody just came boop. So it was all good.
There you go.
It was all good.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It was that processing time.
Turns out okay in the end. Not, at least for me, the way it is now. I think earlier, years ago, was a little bit more traumatic for people to tell. I think we've come a little bit away from that. So I feel like, I mean, it's not, I'm not saying in every situation, but I definitely think you don't see there's a difference, or you think hasn't changed since.
Well, the funny thing about it is that I was having a conversation with some little people, and I was asking them how they felt about just gay people, the fact that it's Pride Month, and they're like, it's okay, just don't come and touch me and tell me that you like me and touch me. I'm like, wait a minute. So if a girl says that they're gay, you think that they want you? Like, you think you're not that bad. Like, there's bad bit, but you're not. So why do you think all of a sudden, because somebody tells you that I want you? And like I saw it from my friend way back when. It was like, did you tell me because you were thinking about me? No, there's nothing about you that I want. It's like this thing, or like guys, especially, like all the little boys were like, nah, he better not be gay. And I'm just like, I'm sorry. So do you think because he's gay, all of a sudden he's going to run up to you and start fondling you? Like, I'm gay, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Like, I don't get it. So, and
I'm so taken back.
I was taken back because I was just like, talking to these, I thought it was going to be different. Like, oh, well, it's LGBTQIA plus, we're all good. We've come so far from 1970 to now, but right now, like listening to different conversations, like you're on the train and you hear, oh, you better not be gay, I'll punch you in the face, yo. Like, and it's like, whoa, what? Like, so I'm wondering, has it come, I think it's just like progress with like African Americans. We've come so far. Have we?
Well, I don't think we've come so far, but I definitely think it's changed since I was a kid. Like, I'm not saying that we're there. We have a long way to go before we're there, but I still think, I think maybe in some children's eyes, because their parents don't speak about it, because I don't really think we really discussed gay and lesbians, LGBTQ, all of that in my kids growing up. Like, people were just people, but we didn't have like maybe, we didn't talk about it. So I feel like, so then maybe if they went to school, maybe they would say something that they shouldn't say because they didn't know, but I don't, So I feel like, but I don't necessarily think the parents still think that. And I don't think so. I think some parents, obviously, because some people, they're not even embarrassed. They're embarrassed because they don't want their friends to know. Like, we're going to keep it a secret if you want to be gay, but we're not going to tell anybody, even though I don't even understand, like, what do you expect people to do with that information? Like they're coming out of the closet and you try to stuff them back in. And you're like, yeah, we're going to keep it a secret. I'm like, that's why I'm trying to come out.
Well, number 4 is
I definitely think
offer. Oh, go ahead.
times have changed.
Me too.
Well, the fact that we do have helpful resources that there
Like
is
kids now
out there.
are they don't even. It's not.
So
Mhm.
yes. So yeah. So I feel like, you know, we do have resources, and we have all kinds of books that, you know, all kinds of books, all kinds of even programs. Like Cash, you say you watch TV. There's all kinds of programs that you can download from YouTube that help with, you know, what maybe being able to speak to your family, and also for the families whose children have come out, you know, to help guide them in, you know, in this, and what should we do.
And
Some
Pastor
people,
Shaw.
yes, maybe you do not want to, maybe we don't want to call Pastor Shaw. Maybe that's not the thing to do. So I think we have Shay is frozen.
Well, it's all fine.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep it rolling. So number
Yes.
5, I think, is what
There
we
she
were
goes. There she
talking
goes.
about. Like, be clear about who you could tell and not tell, because maybe
Please.
you're okay with telling your mom and dad, but please don't tell Aunt Eula, because you know Aunt Eula is going to tell everybody, and maybe you're not ready for that, but you wanted to at least be real with your immediate family. Or maybe it's not your mom and dad, maybe you told Aunt Bertha, and can you keep this between us, because I'm just trying to figure out how to tell mom right now. So, you know, that's important in talking about when you are coming out, how you could tell and not, and who you could tell and who you can trust until the next step. Because this is stages, I think, at least for me, you know, it's stages. It's not all at once. Be like, bisexual and I have girls, boys, and not farm animals out there. You know, it's I think it's in stages.
Yes, it is in stages.
With your daughter,
Yeah.
did she say who you could tell and not tell?
With my daughter?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she told me, and then she said, "We can't tell Daddy." I'm like, "We gotta tell Daddy." She's like, "No, we're not going to tell Daddy," because she was scared how we. Like, well, you know, we could take a little break and see how we're gonna tell him, but we have to tell him. So she's like, "Okay," but she didn't want him to know because she was afraid of how he did overreact a little bit, but so he got over himself. So, but yeah, this has nothing to do with thing. But you know, you need to know who you're going to tell. My son got a tattoo secretly, and it was against what we wanted him to do, right? And he told his aunt, and she came right downstairs and told us, and he thought that she was safe. She said, "I'm not going to tell anybody. Just tell me whatever it is." And as soon as she came right downstairs, and it was a big old thing at my house, and I feel like that was unfair for her to do because he thought he could talk to her, and I feel like if that was that was a tattoo situation. But if there's if somebody thinks they can talk to you and they ask you to keep the confidence, I feel like you just have to try and keep it. This is like serious. This is their life and how they feel, and they're already afraid because of society or whatever, and they don't, I just feel like you need to keep it. If someone, if you got a kid and they're confiding in you, if it's not life or death, then you need to keep it. I mean, if somebody's saying something that's going to be hurting somebody, but otherwise, you need to keep it, because kids need to feel safe when they're talking to you about things like that. And so
I think one thing I asked my mom about, like we definitely had the conversation of who she could tell and who she couldn't have the conversation with. But for her response was, but I have to talk to somebody. Like, I got to process how I feel about this. And it can't be you, because I just need to get it all out to be able to accept everything that you're telling me. So that made me understand it from her point of view. And it was like, okay, this is who you can talk to. But no, you can't call auntie. You can't call this person. You can't call that person. Don't call my mom. Don't call this person. Don't call that person. Like, process your stuff first, because you also have to be my ally and stand up for me when you don't know what they're going to say back.
Right.
So, but I need to process your feelings, though.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that, like who you could tell and not tell, because the person needs to process it themselves, right?
Right.
Huh. Well, that brings us to number 6. Have that after just in case plan.
Yeah, you have your bags packed, or have auntie such and such waiting outside in case it goes the wrong way. You can get in that car and get out.
Yeah, that have that. You know, I'm gonna cross the street, and I'll stay with Ronnie a little bit. Feel safe before someone comes back. So
at least Pastor wasn't going to spend the night at your house, so you knew he was going home. So you had a little break. Oh my goodness, that's so interesting.
The holy water,
girl.
Not the
lucky thing, and I didn't have the plan because it wasn't me coming out. It was.
Right, so you didn't have a plan.
So
your plan was to deny. You're like, what? She said what? She said she loved me? What? That's the first I'm hearing of this. Deny.
Well, I had my car. So the lucky thing was when I was 14, I had my car. So at 14, 15, I was driving around these streets. So it was like my mother would say something, I would get in my car and be like, whatever, I'm gone. At this point in time, and that was my safety. So that after plan for me was get in your car and just drive around the city, because I don't want to deal with this splashing holy water in my eye for what? Like that's not going to cure me. I'm not sick, and that's another thing. I'm not sick. Yeah. I don't need to be cured, And I think that was just the thing for like everything, is that I don't need to be cured. So my after plan was, I'm going to give you time to process this, but this is who I am. Why can you not love me? This is who I always was. It's not like all of a sudden I became some rapist, or I went and I'm sniffing drugs. Yeah. I'm not doing drugs. I'm not smoking. I'm not pregnant. I'm in love with a female, and it was just like, but maybe I would rather you be a felon because maybe I'd feel better, and and I'm not saying that's what my mom said. I'm saying that's the way that she made it feel, is like, if you were a felon, at least thank God I can send you to jail and you can be okay. And that was like the biggest thing. And in my family, my mother went to my aunt, who went to my other aunt, and me and my cousin Junior, we grew up like sister and brother. Like, honestly, every other weekend we were at each other's house. And then my other cousin Jamal, and it hurt me so bad when we would go and hang out and do stupid things, like go to the arcade. We go to the beach in Jones Beach or whatever. I mean, honestly, as a bad kid, when I say I was a bad kid, I was bad because I was going to go fishing without my parents' permission. Literally, like I was that kind of geek. Or let's go to the arcade. And that's what we were doing. And my aunt was like, well, maybe you shouldn't hang around so much because maybe she's going to start taking them to the village. I didn't even know what the village was. So now you just put it in my head, hey, I got to figure out what this village thing is, where all these other people are. But I didn't even know what the village was. And I didn't really want to go to Manhattan because why would I want to go? Wasn't my scene. But she made it seem like now that you knew that I was gay, then all of a sudden I was going to become this horrible person and go to the village and seek out drugs and promiscuous behavior. I'm like, I'm the same person that you grew up with. This is, you know what I mean? So that just hurt me so bad inside. Like, we grew up doing everything together, and now I'm this horrible person. And so I think, you know, it is what it is. And you know, I'm old now, but it stays in the back of my head.
Of course, but you know, it's traumatizing. It's traumatizing. Like people don't realize it, you know. And then when it's over, they just want you to just forget about it and say, okay, well, you know, that was then. Now this is now. No, it's traumatizing, and I think it's harder than people realize when they, you know, someone tries to come out and they try to, you know, they try not to listen to what the person is really trying to say.
Yeah.
So, you know.
So, I mean, I appreciate everybody who was there. Did your daughter say that she had some after plan, or
no, because she wasn't planning on telling me. I kept asking her because I knew, at least I thought I knew, so I wanted her to tell me. So she kept denying, and then finally she's like, took a deep breath, and I was like, oh, here we go. And she told me, and then she thought she was like waiting for the, you know, the heavens to open up and lightning to strike, and she's just like, I'm like, okay, that's what I thought. And then we talked about it, but she was in shock. She's like, I thought you were going to be mad. I'm like, well, I'm not mad. So I'm just mad that you made me keeping having to ask you a million times, and you keep saying no a million times. So I can only go by what you say, even though I thought you had something to tell me, but I can't make you tell me until you're ready. And I can't say you're something that you say that you're not. So I'm like, okay, so okay. And she's like, you made me tell you. But I was scared. And if I thought you were going to handle it like that, I would have told you, but I was so scared. And she was like, I realized there was nothing to be scared about. So, which was good, because I feel like basically she feels like she can tell me most things, which is good. Both of my kids, I feel like I have a pretty good relationship, even though they tell me some things I don't really want to know, but it's okay. But I think, you know, communication, relationship-ish, that's the key. Like, you have to try to have a good relationship with your friends and family. They have to feel safe. They need to be able to communicate with you, whatever the issue is. Like, you know, they have to feel safe. And it's good to have friends outside the family, but it's nice to feel safe in your own family. You know, I mean, it's just, it can't always be. I get that, but it's nice to feel safe in your own family.
So did you have a just in case plan, Shay, when you were telling your mom or talking to your mom?
I didn't, because thankfully I was already at her house. So go home.
Good for you.
Yeah. I just went home.
Yeah. She's like, we circle back another time.
Yeah.
See you later.
I like that. You're like, okay. All right. And how is your before your mom you know, went someplace different? How was the relationship with, did you ever bring one of your girlfriends over? One of your boyfriends?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So I've been with my partner for 11 years now. So yeah. They definitely had their own relationship. Like, it was great.
Okay. And you know, my dad, you're right, because my dad did come around, because for my wedding, he actually came to the wedding. And when I told him I was getting married, he's like, what? How are you going to do that? I'm like, you stand and you say, I do. He's like, and I said, if you're not there, that's fine. But I'm still, you know, I'm still getting married. And when he popped out the car, I was like, holy, that part out of everything made me the most nervous. The fact that my father came to my wedding, because he was so against everything. He's like, I'm not doing that. And he came to the wedding with his little bow tie on and his suit, and he was ready. So, and now we have a beautiful little boy, and he's like, my grandson, let me talk to my little grandson. So we have definitely come
a long way.
I rest my case.
A long way. So you know, that's the beautiful part. And I'm not gonna cry. I'm not.
Okay, Cash. So what is your takeaway today?
I'm gonna take away to Shay. I'm gonna defer to Shay for right now.
Okay.
So my takeaway from today is definitely the 6 tips on coming out, because we can tell these younger folks, even though I think I agree with you, the times are different and they just out here like, I'm this, I'm that. They don't have a care in the world, right? It's just them. They were born this way, which I love for them. But the 6 tips help, because I definitely think where we live is not like that everywhere else, right? And we got to acknowledge that the country that we live in, every state is very different. That's my biggest takeaway, I would say. Just knowing how to pass these tips along, and it's okay to tell your story.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, I think nowadays, you know, like younger people do ask me, it's like, wait, you're married to a woman and you had a kid? Like, how did that happen? I'm like, science. But you know, being able to share that story and to be vulnerable, to say, you know, it was not great for me in the beginning, being, you know, coming out, being that I was still in high school. I went to an all girls high school, so everybody's like, oh, are you, you know, it was like a big to do if you were liking women. It's like, oh, are you? Because I saw you with a boyfriend. And it's like, you know what? I am what I am. And to share that story so that other people can empower themselves and know that it's okay. Like, if your parent is not accepting, it's okay. You don't and the biggest thing is, you do not have to kill yourself, because this is a temporary situation. And that is the biggest thing that I want to say. Kids who are listening, or when you're coming out, if it doesn't go the way that you thought it was going to go, there are stages, and this may feel like the worst day of your life, or the most moment in your life. There are people out there to talk to, right? There are people that are on your side. There are allies. There's somebody, if not in your family, in your circle, that can help you. I think the worst thing I've ever heard in my lifetime, because I was with my friend Taz, and this boy, his father was like, you know, he tried to kill himself. The boy tried to kill himself. And the father was like, he would be better off dead than gay. And to me, that yes, that is your father. That is a man who's contributed to bringing you here. But think about all the family that you just gained by being in this house, because, you know, the different houses, and he had a mother and a mother, the gay houses that he was accepted into. And he's still here today. So don't think that you are alone.
You're not
alone. If you are, you know, we're in New York, and yes, there's a lot of resources here. Travel if you feel that you're stuck in Alabama and you can't be your true self.
But you know what? Listen, I'm always upstate, and it's not only Alabama. If you go upstate, it's different.
Different.
They see things differently than we see things. They definitely. So I feel like, you know, maybe you need to travel to the city, because it's not the same over here that it is over there. There are places that are not so far away that you can get on a train. You don't have to get on a plane, and you can feel a little relief, you know, because I feel like upstate, I feel like a lot of people are hiding because it looks to me that they're hiding, but because they're scared not to be accepted. And I'm always there, and I'm like, there's a big difference from there to here.
Sometimes a roommate is a roommate, damn it. I'm just saying.
Not if we call at 3 a.m. and the roommate pick up and hand you the phone in 2 seconds.
And now if the roommate goes everywhere that you go because it's a roommate, right? So you don't need it. You don't need it. So if it's the roommate is with you and they're the third wheel, but not when you need 2 wheels and they're the second one, there's a problem for me.
I love that though. You call at 3 a.m.
2 seconds, listen.
Yeah. So I feel
I
like
can neither confirm nor deny these things.
Yes, you can neither confirm. Well, I'm just here to say I can't confirm nor deny, but I'm just saying sometimes
I hate
feel
Shay right now. I hate her.
Yeah, because that's true. That 3 a.m. call.
Listen,
baby. Is that your roommate? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
We were just up watching TV.
Still sitting on the couch, huh? Okay.
Yeah. Good luck with that. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I feel like you know, and there are resources. You need to use them. And we are lucky. We are in the age of the internet and Wi-Fi and YouTube and so. Anyway.
So what were those 6 steps? Let's just review it for our followers so that they know and they can come and look at it. Number 1.
Play out the conversation in your head.
Number 2, find an ally.
Number 3, choose a time and place.
Number 4, offer helpful resources.
Number 5, be clear about who they can and cannot tell.
And number 6, have an after plan just in case.
All right. So I want to thank Shay for coming here and being part of our story and sharing her vulnerable side.
Did you have a good time, Shay?
I did. You guys are fun. I definitely did.
Yeah.
We'll have you back. I definitely enjoyed your company and your insight.
Thank you for having me, ladies.
So, what's our show next week, V?
Our show next week is relationships at work.
Oh,
yeah,
I'll be in the
workplace. Let's see. Huh?
I'll be in the comments for that one.
You should be in the comments for that one. Yes, relationships in the workplace. Okay, so this is Relationship-ish. Please like, follow, subscribe on the Evening Rush Network. We're so happy that you've joined us and that you're following us and that you're with us every week. We appreciate you. Do you have any other thing to say, Miss Cash?
Nope.
All right, Shay and Cash, our host Cash, our guest Shay. Good job.
Relationship-ish.